Midweek update time, and we are tightening exposures off yesterday while keeping the core logic intact. We are holding firm at quarterback with Sam Darnold from Seattle at 16,200, dash rank 100, projected 18 against New England, who have a tough defense overall. Ownership projects near 0%. The 30 last game after back-to-back nines is the volatility profile we want in tournaments at low ownership, and the Essentially Sports feature on his arc from a 2024 punchline to leading Seattle to a Super Bowl LX title is the confidence signal we are betting on. We continue to maximize that by correlating him with Jackson Smith-Njigba. No change to our secondary quarterback. Drake May from New England at 16,500 projects for 21 with 22 per game and a steady run of 16, 17, and 19 against Seattle, who have a tough defense overall. Ownership is still around 0%. The reporting that New England is bolstering his receiving core supports sustained volume, so he remains the direct pivot if you script the Patriots to control tempo and the ideal bring-back piece for Darnold stacks. At running back, we are staying put on Kenneth Walker III from Kansas City at 14,700, dash rank 82, projected 16 against New England, who have a tough defense overall with ownership near 0%. His last three of 21, 39, and 17 keep the eruption game firmly in play, and the news cycle around the Chiefs signing the Super Bowl LX MVP and then shaping their draft strategy after securing him points to featured usage even in a difficult matchup. We are reversing yesterday's value pivot and moving back to Tre'Veyon Henderson from New England at 5,700, projected 12 against Seattle, who have a tough defense overall, ownership near 0%. The rookie profile piece, noting 9 touchdowns and explosive traits, backs the idea that he can get there on efficiency at this salary, even if total plays are limited by Seattle's defense. Given price and projection, he slides more cleanly into May stacks than our higher-cost alternative from yesterday. Wide receiver remains the foundation, and our core is unchanged up top. Jackson Smith-Njigba from Seattle at 11,600 carries a dash rank of 100 and is projected 27 against New England, who have a tough defense overall. He averages 23 per game and just posted 34, 11, and 14 in his last three. Ownership sits around 0%. Multiple headlines on his dominant Super Bowl run and his push to become the highest-paid wide receiver in NFL history underscore alpha usage and mindset, which matches the volume we are seeing. We keep stacking him with Darnold. We are adding Rashid Shaheed as a salary saver in Seattle stacks, 6,300 with a dash rank of 92, projected 10 against New England, who have a tough defense overall. He has put up 6, 9, and 1 in his last three with ownership near 0%. The coverage that he is staying in Cascadia and being highlighted as an unsung hero for a conference finalist reinforces a stable role that can pay off on a single splash play when coverage tilts toward JSN. On the Patriots side, Demario Douglas stays in our bringback pool with Drake May. 4,800, projected 5 against Seattle, who have a tough defense overall, ownership near 0%. Recent form at 0, 12, and 1 screams volatility, but the notes on his 100-yard breakout and a wiped-out 61-yard touchdown plus May's deep ball highlights make him a sensible ceiling dart in game stacks. We are flipping tight end exposure back to Hunter Henry from New England at 10,500, dash rank 93, projected 10 against Seattle, who have a tough defense overall, with recent 3, 2, and 15 and ownership near 0%. The Sportsline model, including him among its featured tight end props this week, is a clean indicator of involvement, and he fits May stacks as the red zone finisher when Seattle's defense squeezes perimeter windows. If you need extreme savings, Austin Hooper from Atlanta at 3,000 is a pure punt against Seattle, projected 3 with ownership near 0%. Use only as a salary unlock, as the role is thin despite his veteran profile. No change at kicker. Jason Myers from Seattle at 8,100 projects for 11 against New England, who have a tough defense overall, with recent 7, 11, and 8 and ownership around 0%. National coverage of his 5 field goals in the Super Bowl and the near MVP debate confirms Seattle's willingness to lean on him when drives stall, which is exactly what a strong defense induces. Andy Borregales from New England at 7,500 projects for 9, with recent 4, 4, and 10 against Seattle's tough defense overall. Ownership near 0%. The rookie season recap citing 126 points at an 86.7%. Clip supports continued trust if Patriots drives end in threes. Defense and special teams is unchanged. The Patriots at 6,000 have produced 12, 7, and 5 in their last 3, with the opponent rank indicator sitting in the middle of the pack, and they provide clean leverage against popular Seattle skill stacks at a bargain price with ownership near 0%. For large field builds that fade Drake May and Patriots pieces, the Seahawks team value at 4,400 is a viable punt. The opponent rank sits in the middle of the pack, and the salary relief lets you jam the Darnold to JSN core. Stacking plan remains similar to yesterday with one refinement. Primary build is Sam Darnold with Jackson Smith and Jigba, optionally adding Rashid Shaheed as a low-cost double, and running it back with either Drake May plus 1 of Hunter Henry or Demario Douglas. If you flip the script, go Drake May with Hunter Henry and bring it back with JSN. Myers and Borregales are interchangeable based on which side you script to stall in the red zone. Kenneth Walker is a separate tournament lever in non-Patriots builds to access a different game bet at low ownership, while Tre'Veyon Henderson is the salary saver that opens the premium stacks. To summarize the why, we are staying anchored to JSN's dash rank of 127-point projection and 34-point spike, reinforced by the contract push headlines after a Super Bowl winning season. Darnold's 30-point ceiling, last game plus the redemption arc feature signal, confidence in a system that feeds its alpha. Walker's 39 2 games back, and the Chiefs' strategy pieces keep feature volume intact. Henry gains value as a red zone valve when Seattle's defense compresses the field, and both kickers benefit from 2 teams who have a tough defense overall. Ownership across these plays remains near 0%, so we are buying correlation and leverage while the field hesitates in a tough matchup environment.